This is the Kissimmee Welcome Center here on Highway 192. Hi, this is Mickey Carrero living in Central Florida, going somewhere today. And today, look where I'm at. We're at the Welcome Center here in Kissimmee off of Highway 192. And we're going to go in there and see it. There's a museum in there, so come along with me. Just want to give you a nice view of the building here as we walk on in. There's voting today. It's August 18, 2026, and I already voted. The voting, if you're going to go, is around the corner back there. But I'm going in here. It's been a while, and I want to see my historical things. So here we go. We're going in. Hello, how are we doing today? Can I record? Can I record?
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, awesome. Which way do I start? It's been a while.
Okay. So, you start here.
Uh-huh.
This museum takes you back into the 1800s.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. So you start here and you end through there.
Okay,
So
awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm not putting you on here if you don't want to, but here we go. All right, so this is super exciting. I like history. So look at this, you guys. We're back in here. It's been so long. You hear all the nature sounds. This is a great place to take the children too, so that they can learn about Kissimmee history. So let's look at this right here. First of all, it says Watery Wonderland. They showcase all the animals that are here. The Spanish moss, which looks like that. The plant life. The little cypress tree, which is, I'm assuming this one right here. And now let's look at all the little critters that are here. These are roots. You can see those all over Florida. But look at this. Look at this little fella. Look at this guy. I'm trying to not get the shadow. Look at this guy. The otter. He looks mad. And he ought to be, because it's hot out here, girl. It is hot. What other critters do they have here? Baby alligators. Some kind of rock. What is this? Shirt? A type of sedimentary rock that was often used in prehistoric times to create stone tools. Stone tools like this. I'm going to try to get out of the way because of shadow. But look. You can pause the video so that you can read those little labels under each tool. The sensitive banded raccoon. Oh, and then they have interactive stuff here with this QR code that you can check out. And look at this guy. There was a time in our neighborhood that they came through from the woodlands back there, and they were rummaging through everybody's front lawn and just tearing it all up, to the point where the HOA had to put like fences back there so they couldn't come in. But then they started coming in, you know where? Through the front gate. Psh. Oh, look, I missed this guy. Look at this guy. Crazy. We got some toads over here. Did I show you that duck? We got a lot of those ducks in the neighborhood too. Then they have the Seminoles showcase here. You can pause that also to read. All the beadery that they used to create. Here's a picture of a few of them. My lighting looks a little wonky here because like it's got a little orange tinge to it. Look at this piece of wood here. That was a big tree, right? Logging the forest. Those were the way the roof shingles that they used from the trees. Here's another piece over here. Lots of sawdust. And then look at this. A saw. This is an interactive thing. You can get your kids to one on each side and push it through. Let me see if I can try. Yeah, you do the wee, and it makes the sound. Yeah, and these are them right there. Scraping by in the scrub. Feel free to pause these and read all of these informative boards here. And let's see if I can find some more things here. Look. Look at that guy in there. I don't know what it's called, but we have more information here and another interactive QR code where you could find out more about what this exhibit is all about. Look at this turtle right here. Cactus. We do have cactus here in Florida. Look at this guy. He caught himself a bird. That bird is not having a good day. Look at this snake. And this cute little fella. Hi. I like this exhibit. It looks cool. Look at that. The bird flying around. What is this? They're trying to get sap out of the trees here. Here's another one. Another exhibit where you can get your interactive QR code and learn more. And there's another one. They call it the money trees. Turpentine is what they were getting. Yep, turpentine from the trees. Look at that. And here's another informative QR code. And if you have the kids here, they can kind of crawl in through there and see things, but I can't go in there. I've never been in there. I can't crawl that low. Too old. But yeah, look. This coyote. I hope that's a coyote. Look at the cute little birdie up there. You got some bones here. Cute butterfly. The rich, dry prairie. It's funny. The sand that's here, it's like beach sand, so it's super dry in certain areas. And here's another board that you can learn from. Coyote on the Lone Prairie. With another QR code here for you. Cow hunters and cattle drives. Feel free to pause this and read up on that informative bulletin. And then we have a saddle made out of leather. Ooh, I wish I didn't have this. Whoop, my bottle fell on the floor. Okay. Let me see if I can. Leather. Real deal leather. That's his saddle there. We have one of my favorites because you know I love trains. So here we are, railroad history. We got rail spikes here. The seaboard sign. A train lantern. Another train lantern. And railroad track section there. An Atlantic coastline sign. Another informative bulletin regarding the railroads. They have bathrooms there. You know how I feel about that. They used to carry the mail in the railroad. Look at all this old school stuff. I don't know if you can see it through the glare. Workers' agreement. Passenger traffic. U.S. mail bag. Train crew pictures. A lock and key. Look at that big key. Hi. Working on the rails. Rail romance. Is that a letter from back in the day? They say historian and seasonal resident of Kissimmee, Minnie Moore Wilson. She wrote of her first railroad trip to Kissimmee. Pause it and read it, y'all. And here's a picture that she had taken. Direct connection. And what's this here? The transportation system pamphlet. And this looks like the utensils that they use on board when they fed everyone. Ha ha ha. Draining the swamp. Cool. You can pause and read this too. This talks about Central Florida in the late 1870s, about the creeks, rivers, and swamps, and all of that good stuff here. They talk about St. Cloud, the Distant deal. Where were the canals dredged? And here they were. Here. Boom. If you need more information, here's another QR code for you. And then rolling on the river, another board that you can pause this video and read about. When people couldn't get to where they were going on foot or on horseback, they traveled along river roads. Boom. And from Lake Tohopekaliga. Can you guys say that? Tohopekaliga, or Lake Toho for short. What is so fishy about the contents of this barrel? Let's find out. Woohoo! Bluegill fish. Oh, they have like scavenger hunts too, where you can press down on your thing when you find whatever it is you find. What's strong enough to make string but fluffy too? Spanish moss. Who knew? What is 20 feet tall and native to Asia? Sugar cane. My arm is in the way. Sugar cane. How about this way? Can you see it? Sugar cane. There's another board that you can pause and read about. Look at this thing. Cartwheel. Raising cane. This must have to do with sugar cane. You can pause and read this one. Look at that. The company coins. The St. Cloud sugarcane business. Original bricks from the distant mill. And here goes. Also, this is this. Original gear. And then they have a St. Cloud plantation logbook. Look at that. It's like a replica. Can you see it? You can see my phone. How about here? You can see all the records that they kept. And that's the book right there. Let me get a different angle. Cool. There's your sugar cane right here. They used to have like an orange thing here, and they got, oh, here. This orange thing here used to be able to emit a scent of orange blossoms. They're talking about the citrus crops. Feel free to pause this to read more on that. But look, wood citrus ladder, Mickler's packing crate, Cadman crate label, and a picking basket. That's a picking basket right there. And this is that ladder that they're talking about, the wood citrus ladder. That's why they would climb up on the trees. That one's all eaten away there. And it used to be that you could smell the orange blossom, but see, it says, can you smell it? The fragrant aroma of orange. The fragrant aroma of orange blossoms. A seed planting informative bulletin. What is this thing? Spot the smudge pot style orchard heater. A smudge pot? That's what they call this? Where they would heat the orchards. You gotta keep them oranges warm, girl. Okeechobee Land and Drainage Company. Distant Land Company at Hanville. Nice. Tools of the trade. Cattle ranchers had tools to help them motivate the cattle as well as protect themselves and the cattle from wild animals. Another thing you can read, look, they cracked the whip. And here's the whip right here. That looks painful. It might be a replica because it looks kind of too newish, but still though. And here's another saddle over here. This saddle here is a, a photo op. You can sit there and take pictures. Another one of those scavenger hunt seals. They have the fire and the branding tools for their cattle. This guy's drinking his coffee with his cigarette in them. Yep. Oh, and here's a QR code for you for more information on the branding business. Records that they kept. They call them catalogs. Get it? Catalog? That's probably where they got that from. Walking around still. I'm here early in the morning, so they're cleaning up around here, getting the place ready for the day. Oh, look, this looks like a paddle boat thing. Another bulletin that you can pause and read. The glare is kind of messing it up, but Pioneer Homes. You can pause and read about that too. Which, by the way, you've seen my videos on the Pioneer Village Museum. You can see replicas and some real ones too. The homes that they had back in the day. There's another board about the founding families. And you can read more about that with this QR code here. Squirrel. Yay. Oh, look at this. These are like footprints and things. And you can pause this and read that too. Look at all the tools that they used back in the day. Do you guys recognize any of these? I can't read them all, but you can pause and see them. Look at this, a hot and cold sink thingy. Glass chunk from the aftermath of 1917 St. Cloud fire. St. Cloud burns. Okay. Look at all these guys right here. The Board of Trade. Another one of those trees with the Spanish moss. Let me zoom in on you. Look at that guy. Squirrel. And look at this. You don't want to mess with that thing. That looks like a hornet's nest or something. And then we have a lot of deer. Reindeer that you'll see around here in Florida. We see a lot of these mushrooms growing around too. There's a turtle back there. This little fella over here. You can see that scary snake right there. Comment below if you know what this snake is. Mammals in the hammock. I guess the hammock is where they hang out and whatever. So there it goes. The hammock woods, fields, and scrub habitats are home to foxes, skunks, mice, shrews, bats, raccoons, opossum, bobcats, rabbits, flying squirrels, as well as armadillos, feral pigs, and many others. And then we also have reptiles too. Oh, there it goes. I think that was this one right here. Is a corn snake. That's what was back there. They have yellow rat snakes and eastern coral. This turtle here, a Florida box turtle, is what they have over here. And there's that coral. Tree dwellers. You can go ahead and read up on that. Osceola's prize gobblers. You hear them? They have turkeys. Believe it or not, we do have turkeys here. There it goes. Calling all turkeys. Early settlers were dependent on wild game like turkey as a regular source of meat. Original turkey callers, including rubbing the tip of a stick onto the shiny side of a shell, simulates the clucking call of a hen to attract larger males. And then they tell you what to do to her. Hold the shell, shiny side up, in the palm of your hand with a small stick held in your other hand. Gently rub the tip of the stick along the shining inside. You're now a turkey caller. Let's see. Shiny side. Does it sound like I'm calling a turkey? Comment below. This guy, an original artifact owned by Gerard J. Jerry. He used a BB rifle recreationally to get this stuff, which is some kind of animal skin. And that's probably him. Here's another board that you can pause and read about. Learn. Aw, this is cute. This is where they have like the baby alligators in this tank. Look how cute. Not cute if they bite you, but look at that guy. And there's a few of them in there. Here's another one right there. Right there. This guy's just hanging around. Look. Ooh, you saw that? Ooh, my goodness. Are you mad? Don't be mad. You saw him? You can see him there. He's under the rock. Maybe we can get a closer look at him. Maybe he'll come to us. Come on, baby. Come on, man. Yeah, that was cute though. Here's a guy named Lawrence Silas, 1887 to 1974. He was a great cowman and a legend. You can pause that and read. Oh, they had a thing here. You could probably press this thing.
The following is an actor portrayal of the voice of Lawrence Silas, a local cattleman from Osceola County, derived from a 1971 interview of his cowboy recollections. Lawrence Silas is voiced by Russell Anderson. It takes a lot of patience to cross the river and to get them on the other side and to drop them into Haines City. Now you got to get them up to Tampa, drive them up to 6 Mile Creek, then you got to turn them out the next morning and drop them right down Columbus Drive.
Does your life along the Kissimmee chain of lakes. Because I can't really see too well, I'm gonna let you guys pause this and read it. And also, there's another QR code for more information. Look at all this. This little boardwalk here. Look at this guy. Whee! You got your March Madness is what they're calling it. And a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. Yeah, there's a lot of fishing and trails and things like that that you can explore in Kissimmee. Different types of fish in the area. Where's my alligator buddy again? Look at the little baby. I'm gonna come back to him. And then they have this little underwater display of the lake. Look at these guys. Those things look, they got holes in it. I don't like, but they grow there. Look at the little kid. He's fishing. And then there's these little seagulls trying to get stuff. The fish hawk. That's what that thing is. Osprey. An osprey, also known as fish hawks, can be seen hovering and diving for fish at almost every major lake. The bald eagles are often seen swooping down and harassing osprey flying with recently caught fish in tow, hoping that it will be dropped. Lakes Tohopekaliga and Kissimmee are excellent places to observe these birds in action. And then they tell you here where you can do bird watching. And to experience outdoor Osceola, there's more information here. A QR code for you. Osceola County offers numerous opportunities to view some of North America's rare wildlife alongside a wide range of other species. It hosts a broad variety of wildlife due to its centralized location on the Florida Peninsula, mild climate, abundant natural areas, and great diversity of habitats. The boardwalk and another one of those seals. Look at this old-fashioned dress right here, y'all. Let me see if I can get better lighting. It's got a pink sash and it's white, believe it or not. So it's kind of yellowish here. Tourist Recreation Board. You can pause that and read. There's another eagle flying over me. And this is a cute little eagle's nest where the kids could climb up and have a photo op. I have some pictures of my grandkids when they were younger here. And they talk about the bald eagle. Right there. Experiencing exotic Florida. The frontiered beauty attracted naturalists, artists, writers, and some of the nation's leading conservation pioneers. There's a book here also. Let me get out of the way. Oh, I see. They used to have one of these there, but I guess it's not here anymore. It's one of those stereo view, what do you call it? A stereoscopic viewing device. And they had these things. I guess they took them away. They would have two photos, and when you look through it, it looked like 3D. I don't know if you can see this. Let me get on this side. Okay, this is better. No, my phone's in the way. Anyway, you guys get it. This was some of the samples of what you were able to see in that stereoscopic device. That looks interesting. Old Spanish Fort. Oh, St. I knew it looked familiar. A watchtower of the old Spanish fort at St. Augustine. Yeah, we've been there. We've been there. I got video. More photos. That one looks interesting. More. That guy near the orange tree. This is cool. I like that they did this so that we can see, but it feels more better when you can actually see it through the scope. So yeah. That dress right here, I believe it was probably hers. Who's this lady? Minnie Moore Wilson. She was a plume hunting heroine. And you can read more about her here. Early ecotourism. Here's another board that you can read up on. It says camping out in the wild was and still is a way to experience the full realm of nature. Whether in a cabin, a tent, or out in the open, campers may discover much about their ability to appreciate and deal with the creatures and experiences of outdoor living. Camping time. So here is another board that you can pause and read up on. They should have a QR code here. That'd be nice. But yeah, so they had all these hotels. They had to have health certificates from the Board of Health. Look at this one here. Out in the middle of nowhere, there's a train track there. Cool. Camp Edora. And look at this, Camp Kissimmee. They have a tea set here from the hotel. Souvenir spoons. Look at the room keys. Hotel, a letter opener, a dinner menu. What's this? A souvenir box, the hotel key again, and an announcement. Grounds in Bear of Greystone Hotel. Runnymede Lodge. That looks fun. There's your information on that. What's this? A tropical hotel, 1887. And this is an original hutch from the Runnymede Hotel. Look at this. The marble, very intricate wood carving, nice mirrors. It's very well kept too. I like it. It's all roped off too, so you can't mess with it. Guests of the Runnymede Lodge. There's more information here that you can pause and read. I liked this one here. Old-fashioned cash register. Beep, 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 beep. Look at that. It told you the customer number, customer counter, and the number of sales. And the key to get it started. This thing is heavy metal. I don't know if I can move this, but look back here. You can see all the numbers pop up. And this is made out of marble. Here's your cash drawer. This is wood. Check it out. And look at all the intricate details here. It says it's a National Cash Register number 333. From 1890 to 1900, this register is typical of the equipment used in general stores at the turn of the century. What? The Kissimmee Scenorama? The Scenorama, some kind of map there. I like the way they kept it so well. And there's Lake Tohopekaliga, or Lake Toho. Businesses like Trey's Newsstand were not only a place to pick up supplies on a small treat like soda from the fountain, they were a hub for communication. Neighbors and tourists came in to purchase newspapers, catch up on local gossip, and perhaps get information about world events. These stores were the internet of the era. Can I help y'all? What you want, girl? It says a cartoon legend lived here. So they came to these stores to get their local news. And look, they had advertisement too. Look at this. Let's see now. What is that? Is that like pencil? Yeah, black leads for your pencils. Then they had OG Listerine. Okay. This is Webster something. I don't know what that's supposed to be. And then you got your double-edged blade and your razor. And what is this? I can't even see, Dr. Burkhardt's Nooks and Iron. And charcoal back there. I don't know, did you drink that? Edgeworth High Grade Plug Slice. What's that? There's a little thing to mix your drugs and stuff, the pharmaceutical. And they had Chandler's expectorant syrup for coughs due to colds. 25 cents. Made in Chicago. Anna and Rosa Tress. These are the girls behind the counter. And look, you could put your foot there. Boop, boop. That's probably where they sat. to have their sodas and things. Look how nice. That must be old school pictures of the way the treasure store was. Read that. You can pause. And then what's this? Oh no. Look at this. I'm not even going to mention this because I don't want YouTube to mess with me, but look at this bench here. Pause that and read that. And you're not allowed to sit on it. We used to sit on it back in the day before that sign came up. And you can pause this too to read more on the thriving business community. And this is, I guess, some of the merch that they used to have. Hats and boots and boots and hats and jeans. Cowtown, silver spurs. You can go ahead and read about this as well. They talk about ranch families, the Silver Spurs Rodeo, which still today they have rodeo day here in Kissimmee, where the kids are off of school so they can go see the rodeo. Let's see what's in here. Que rico. Influence of origins. What? Latino foods are the historical product of encounters between peoples from many lands. Latino foods thus grew out of the migrations of diverse people from the Americas, Europe, Africa, and Asia. This nation and its foods are products of the fusion between the global and the local and Latinos from a significant chapter in history. And they have all these stats about Osceola County changes in the population. Oh, here we are. There's a QR code for some more information on that. Look at that. They are showcasing Puerto Rican culture, Puerto Rican cookery. That looks like a cool book. A tostonera. We know about that. Let me put this down here. They they put their plantain mess there and then they squeeze it down and make like a little bowl where they can fill with food and stuff in there. Look at this cookbook. It looks interesting. Breaded calf's liver. And the fruits here. And then they're talking about embracing the heritage. You can pause and read that as well. Captain Clay Johnson. Right over here. And this is his information there. There's my head shadow. Okay. And then we got something there too. And they have a little souvenir shop here. If you want to make some purchases, they have things there. Those are the alarm clocks that I need to wake up, but I probably won't hear that either. Let me get on the other side. There's our alligator friend again. Let's see if he'll come through. He doesn't like me. Look at these old school chairs here. Interesting. There's a little fireplace there. Look at this map. It shows most of Central Florida here. Actually, it shows most of Kissimmee, the Kissimmee area, and St. Cloud and everything like that. And what's this? Oh, look at you. The Osceola County Courthouse. May 6th, 1890. What am I saying, 19? The Pioneers, a symbol of strength. This looks like Little House on the Prairie. Does that look like Charles Ingalls? And what's this here? My shadow's all up in here. Shaker community, lots of information here that you can read on. And all this goes with whatever they're showing up here. Then this here, I like this little corner hutch. I've always liked it. Look at all the cool things that they have here. A wire slicer for pastry, silver plate with glass insert, cutlery, wooden handled cutlery. You got gold rimmed eyeglasses, a smoking pipe. There's a top back there, a wooden top. What's this? Godey's or Godey's 1883 Ladies Book here. That's a December copy, number 642. Then they have American dominoes. These teeny ones made out of wood there. Clay marbles. Down here they have hand operated food grinders from the 1800s. Oh, there's the rolling pin that Poppy wants. We have a hard marble one that's too heavy for us. This one doesn't look so heavy. A rolling pin, a salt glazed bowl, and an early electric toaster. Nice. Here's another informational board that you can pause and read up on. This is cool. Mosquito County. Ooh, another place for the children to play. Early Learn Hub. What was that? elcosceola.org. How cute, right? You can look in here. That's so cute. And they have, you can do like a chicken when the chicken lays their eggs and it goes all the way down here. And they have puppets and fake food and a place to sit down for the children. I think they can do this. Yay! Wee, wee, wee. What? That was loud, right? They should have a basket here. Perhaps here. So that when it falls again, it won't make so much noise. Let's try it again. Boom, in there. And then they have a place here where they showcase the Kissimmee School Band. 1939. Let me see. I'm going to try to get shadows. Lots of shadows on my video here. The sounds of Osceola. So yeah, so this is an exhibit about all the school bands from Osceola County. Look at that, Kissimmee High School. They got like a roster, postcards. Look at, oh my God, tell me how. See this? We had that. My father had one of those. That is so cool. I wish we still had it. It's a mother of pearl opera glasses. Girl. What is this? These shoes may have been worn in the opera. What's this cool thing? An opera house in Kissimmee. An original house program. That is insane. More informational boards for you. What's that, like typewritten letters? The Cracker Jack band below would play at the bandstand on Broadway in Kissimmee across from the Greystone Hotel. Cray, cray. This must be the bandstand right there. Imagine being back in this time and listening to the band. Let's see what's over here. What's this? Write down your favorite song or musical memory. Cool. You can take a paper, write down your favorite song, and post it right here. And then we have banjo. And a banjo book. And an original banjo. It was owned by the Cadman family. And it says, what? Look at how much strings cost. Well, how much? Is there a price there? I don't know if you can see it. How much did the strings cost? I can't see that. But it looks pricey. Orange Gardens. Oh, yeah, those other houses made out of cinder block. That's their original lot block thing. Completely designed for retirement living. That's too funny. Look at this dress. This dress is similar to some of the costumes once worn by the Osceola players. And those are other playbills that they had. Uh-oh. Someone's child. Oh, look at this. Speaking of music. Well, I used to have castanets. Look at that. These are those music sheets that people would purchase to play at home on their instruments, usually pianos and stuff. And then they had the Victrola and Victor records. Look at that. This Victrola here doesn't have that big speaker that some of them do. It's a portable one. That's why. Let me see if I can put this here so you can read up on it some more. Blah, right there. Somebody actually wrote that. And then a ukulele. Hawaiian Rainbow is a song. Mickey Mouse. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? All right. Judge Platt. And that's his harmonica and a painting, rendering of him playing it. It says, Frank Judge Platt was born on March 26, 1915 in Deer Park, Florida, but moved to Fellsmere in 1920. The Platt family came to Florida in the 1820s and were involved with raising cattle. And here is a QR code for more information on that guy. And here's a QR code. The brass ring vintage washboard. You can give it a strum. They don't have a thing for me to strum it, so whatever. But it's musical, and here's a QR code for that. Hammered dulcimer, an ancient ancestor of the piano, at one time enjoyed widespread popularity throughout this country. They plucked it and made music. This one's hella old. Look at that. The wood's all rotten and everything. Strings are still there. Look at this nice panoramic view. It's a photograph of the United Spanish War Veterans and Auxiliary Frederick Funston Camp, number 22 in St. Cloud, Florida, a local chapter of veterans named after Brigadier General Frederick Funston. Let me go back like that. And who's this guy here? J.T. Burbank from St. Cloud, Florida. That looks like the same guy that they have on one of the murals out there. Please do not touch the drum. That one got busted. I don't think I saw this here. Civic Life and Services. We can put this, hopefully you can see this too. They talk about law and order, culture in the Wild West, power and water, and firefighting volunteers. Look at that old school firefighter hat. Is a pipe and pump. It's a section of the original St. Cloud water system from 1911 and Kissimmee Fire Department helmet. Nice, right? I want to see my buddy again one more time. Hello? Do you hate me still? I'm leaving, okay? I didn't get this either. I'm going to go back here so you can pause this and read up on that. Explorers, expeditions, and exploitation. And explorers left remnants behind. And then here they have exploring the wild interior of Florida. Lots of good information there. And a fight for the frontier. Then over here, they have all of your attractions and things to do all around Central Florida. And they have a free app that you can download. You can review them on TripAdvisor. There's the East Lake Tohopekaliga or Lake Toho. And they have more information here. They're open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. Look at this cool picture here. And here's a nice photo op right here. Cast iron school bell, number 2 model back in the day. It's like the ones at the Pioneer Museum that we ring all the time. I go, bing. They do accept donations there if you're interested. And then they sell umbrellas and totes. That looks cool, right? And then we are done. This was the entrance. This is their veranda here. You can hang out there. They have some nice rocking chairs over here. So my battery had died earlier today, and I came back to bring my dad to vote around the corner here. But I wanted to show you these cool, I'm calling them murals, but they're like pictures on the wall here. They have this alongside the building here. And I didn't get to take this because my battery had died. I don't have my microphone on either. I left that at home. Cattle. Folks hanging out at the lake. This looks like it was downtown Kissimmee or something, right? Comment below if you know. Oh, they took the rocky chairs away. They probably closed for the day here. The bathing scene at St. Cloud, Florida on Christmas, 1912. This looks like that's that, they call it the beach over there in St. Cloud. I've done the videos over there by Dan Terrell Point, orange groves, and orange picking. And this one, poking alligators, strictly prohibited. Let me see if there's any on this side here. Nope, that's it, we're done. So yeah, I had to get that for you. So that's it for this video, folks. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe so I can bring you more videos just like these. Look, Highway 192. And here's the Welcome Center here. They're open every day. So come on down and check it out. It's free. You can give them donations. And it's a fun time. So thank you for watching. This is Mickey Carrero living in Central Florida and going somewhere today. See ya! Check out my new friends here.
you.